Living Life as You Always Dreamed, an ebook by Angelica Rose. The contents of this book includes Chapter 1, Believe in Yourself, Chapter 2, Steps to Build Self-Esteem, Chapter 3, Effective Leadership, Chapter 4, Positive Focus for Effective Action, Chapter 5, Letting Go of Distractions, Chapter 6, Living Life as You Always Dreamed, Chapter 7, Keeping a Positive Attitude During Tough Times, Chapter 8, Prosperity Consciousness, Chapter 9, Relationships, Chapter 10, Communication and Listening Skills, and Chapter 11, Living Life on Purpose. Enjoy. The preface. The beauty of nature. The mountains are clear, the sky is blue. The flowers smell pretty and are wet from dew. Life flows like the ocean, the feelings of peace. From releasing emotions, the joy will increase. The divinity of love. Many have gone to churches, synagogues, retreat centers, monasteries, etc., as seekers to find purpose, while others have taken sacred vows to become nuns and monks to learn the secret. So what is the secret? Divine love is moving from the human self-absorbed focus, a form of selfish love, more fully into the genuine divine self, a strengthened inner being that resonates unconditional love. It is letting go of the human self-absorbing rules, ruling your life, which when in command, looks outside for what is already inside. When you allow the human self-absorbed focus part to run your life, it comes from separateness, a perspective of limitation, a place that pushes, tries to control, force, and make things happen. The human self-absorbed focus desires to get rather than share. This does not mean that the human is bad. It actually is necessary to be able to live on the planet. It is the human's job to protect you. Divine love is created when you go within and strengthen your connection to God, the Source, universe, as a spiritual being living a human life, rather than a human striving to be spiritual. Where is your focus on your path as you live life? Is it based on human, self-absorbed running your life or God-conscious choice? Living life from divine, unconditional love starts by turning within and strengthening the inner being. From that place, you share from a more nurturing place. Chapter 1. Believe in yourself. Having self-belief. As one chooses to come from divine, unconditional love, a spirit being living a human life, one will understand the strength of their inner being with greater self-belief. Strengthening the inner being is one step toward creating harmony between the body, the mind, and the emotions, and solidifying a connection to the inner spirit being. Then you move into greater respect for all living things on the planet. Strengthening the mind starts by quieting the mind chatter, and from that place, training it to have more positive focus. One tool is to keep a daily gratitude journal, writing what you experienced each day that you're grateful for. It trains the mind to focus more on positives than the perceived negatives in life. Having a healthy physical body entails eating healthy and exercising regularly. By eating healthy, you are feeding the body with nutrients, and through exercise you are strengthening the body. Together, they enhance vitality and well-being. To develop more inner love, you step toward nurturing and self-care. An exercise that supports that is to focus daily on things you appreciate and that make you feel happy. This will trigger your emotions toward inner joy, which combined with nurturing and self-care builds self-worth. This chapter provides awareness and tools to develop a higher self-belief. The development of our self-belief brings us to a higher level of fulfillment. When we take time to nurture ourselves, we feel a greater love and self-respect. This helps us to feel more secure and fulfilled. The more secure we feel, the more we will enjoy living life. It's quite amazing when we lead our life with skill development, positive attitudes, and positive focus. We develop self-directed leadership, and those around us feel inspired as well. We have more vitality in our activities. We feel inner joy and peace. Feeling secure gives us the courage to take more risks in life. We believe in our talents, our abilities, and skills, choosing to do new things and explore more. We feel a sense of freedom and out-of-a-box mentality, where we enjoy developing more of our skills and discovering latent talents. The relationships we have with others will also become healthier and more whole when we as individuals become healthier and more whole. Healthier relationships flourish as you learn to share from a genuine, unconditionally loving place and have a readiness and openness to receiving. Having a healthy relationship starts with you. When you choose to walk the path of divine unconditional love, any unresolved issues will come up, stemming from family upbringing, the environment you were brought up in, and self-inflicted beliefs that don't serve your well-being. These unresolved issues are shown through experiences you encounter and in your relationships. If you have any unresolved childhood issues, they could be projected in current situations and interactions with others. For instance, if you were brought up in a conditionally loving environment or even an unloving environment, you may grow up with mistrust towards yourself and others. You may have had a hard time taking proper care of yourself since you blame yourself for the dysfunctional lifestyle you were raised in. You could have a hard time trusting your decisions in life, fearing they will lead to disaster. You may end up relying on and expecting others to make your life decisions and bring you the joy, security, well-being, etc. that you want in life. You may have unrealistic expectations, leaving you isolated from others, feeling lonely and victimized by the outcomes. You may personalize them, feeling it is your fault, or blame another and become angry and bitter. This pattern leads to a vicious cycle of desiring to be loved while simultaneously having a hard time opening up to it. You end up looking outside to others for the things you desire within, such as love, security, and joy. You may settle for relationships that require fixing due to low self-worth. Some of your relationships may consist of you caretaking and mediating others' problems. You may feel you are required to please others, discounting and ignoring your own needs and desires. These relationships come from low self-worth and a lack of internal self-care. There's a longing for love and feeling of loneliness that engulfs you. Rather than fulfill your own needs of emotional love, joy, and security, you will look outside to others to try to meet them. Having a healthy, loving relationship requires you to learn how to turn within for all your needs rather than look outside for others to meet them. You realize that there is nothing wrong with meeting your needs emotionally, and that is not being selfish. The greater the self-care, the healthier your self-image becomes, and the more self-confident you feel. Eventually, the longing you had for love will start to feel fulfilled, and you will feel more connected in relationship to inner spirit and God, the universe. The wisdom you acquire from your past experiences will help you to open up the parts of the heart that may have been shut down. The anger and the pain experienced from the unjust, unfair, and unloving behaviors will diminish and be replaced with deeper levels of love and inner peace. When you choose to look at these experiences from a focus on having a peaceful outcome rather than a victim mentality, you're better able to understand what is being shown. Taking responsibility by looking at the gift behind the experiences and staying open to the lessons will help you accept and receive a greater understanding of the steps to take for peace and forgiveness. You will find a deeper level of peace and start to embrace fully from your heart as you move forward in life. As you develop a stronger inner strength based on love, you go out into the world with a desire to share rather than an expectation to receive. And you share from your heart joyfully and unconditionally. You feel emotionally fulfilled and eventually receive back naturally. From that place, you develop healthier relationships. Your relationships become more fulfilling and loving as a reflection of the love within. Choosing to have a positive outlook and attitude moves us away from a half-empty glass or perfectionism, where we are not satisfied to a full glass enjoying all. We enjoy more of who we are and appreciate what life brings us. When you choose to appreciate the little things in life, you start to look at the beauty life has to offer. You are not as concerned with what others think or feel about you when it comes to the projections or of insecurity. You are not as concerned with what others think or feel about you when it comes to their projections of insecurity. You have this freedom from self-absorption and live in a more balanced life. Your perception of life is on beauty, joy, peace, love, and gratitude. Have you ever walked into a room and seen a person who lights up the room with his or her energy? This person demonstrates exuberance, aliveness. He or she reflects an inner peace and joy, fully embracing and enjoying the moment and the experience. When we believe in ourselves and choose positive attitudes, we have a more positive focus on life. We put our attention on what we do choose to experience rather than don't. We come to understand that whatever we put our attention on long enough in our thoughts, focus, and feelings, we create in our experience and in the level of success. It starts with how we feel inside. If we come from feelings of self-belief, our thoughts and feelings will be more positive. If we come from self-doubt, our thoughts and feelings will be more non-positive. The greater our self-belief, the greater our success, which includes financial security, enhancing our talents and abilities, and achieving aspirations. Higher self-belief contributes to more positive thinking and joyful feelings, making it easier to stay focused on what we choose to experience. Having a peaceful and fulfilling relationship with yourself requires the ability to recognize and minimize your distractors such as fear, self-doubt, negative thinking, worrying, etc. Having self-awareness and choosing to live a balanced lifestyle also means having a willingness, ability, and commitment to take steps to make it happen. If you experience self-doubt, it'll be easier to become distracted, thus affecting your well-being. Distractors hinder you from having whole, healthy relationships, fulfillment, and inquiring intention. These distractors are powerless words, insecurities, limitations, fears, negativity, problem focus, and time wasters. They affect the way you view life and the way you live. Whatever you focus on long enough, you start to create in your life. If you allow these distractors to dominate your focus, you'll perceive life from this place, experiencing more struggles and pain. Let's look further on how to improve the development of the 4 areas: our self-belief, positive focus on what we choose to experience, and improving skills and positive attitude. Emotional strength. A high self-esteem is important for developing satisfying relationships, personally and professional business relationships, as well as manifesting the life you desire. Your self-esteem fits along a continuum from positive to non-positive. Your level of self-esteem is a result of many combined factors such as family upbringing, past relationships, and social environment. A low or non-positive self-image will not allow a person to reach their full potential, and in most cases is the root cause of many self-destructive habits. It is as if you are on this path toward your dream and it gets sabotaged each time you feel you are close to getting it. Subconsciously, you could be sabotaging it due to an unworthiness of belief, of fears of success, or trying to force it to happen. On the other hand, you could be maturing so that you are ready for the fulfillment of this dream. This is where a high or positive image takes place. A high or positive self-image allows you to lead a more productive and satisfying life. You have a strong internal belief that you are worthy of attaining only the highest good, and you actually experience this in your daily life. You're committed to your intentions, staying focused and discerning accordingly. You are aware that all needs get met in time. Have faith and believe. You experience your needs from an inner strength versus depending or expecting them from people. You act on things that will keep your heart open. You have a deep understanding that everything you need, whether it's peace, joy, or financial security, comes from within. And it is experienced in your life according to your level of acceptance. As you strengthen your belief system, the greater you will feel the enrichment of your natural abundance in life. Lower to healthy self-esteem. Becoming aware of the areas that can be improved upon is the first step in learning to increase your level of self-esteem. Awareness is 95% towards the process of transformation. Transformation is about refining and uncovering what is already inside of you, and that is necessary to mature. It is not about changing, fixing, correcting anything or anyone, because you and them are not broken. Having a belief about changing, fixing, or correcting only contributes to lower self-esteem because your focus is on what is not good enough or working in your life, and blaming results from that focus. As you become aware of unconscious and hidden beliefs that have been keeping you feeling stuck or stagnant and shifting them to healthier beliefs, the stagnant and stuck parts of your life become free and your self-esteem improves. Your belief system also starts to become healthier, and your outlook in life is positive, joyful, and peaceful. The activities and friendships you make resonate from that healthier place as a mirrored reflection of all the amazing things you have done inwardly. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, for life is a journey. It is not for one, it is for many. There will be joy, there will be pain. There will be loss, there will be gain. The trick is to laugh and have self-belief. For the wisdom you achieve, one may want to ask. For life is a play filled with many parts, and it comes from the heart. You have mastered your art. The following chart illustrates the difference between a higher self-esteem and a lower self-esteem. This will provide greater insight so you are able to release those dysfunctional areas and replace them with healthier ones. Compare the areas and see which ones you can improve on. Lower self-esteem to healthy self-esteem. Unworthy. Feeling low self-worth, which normally stems from a critical upbringing or experiences that you personalize as truth. You tend to take fewer risks in life and are fearful of failing. When you're worthy, you feel high self-worth. Your inner being is strengthened so that you have more confidence. You enjoy taking more risks in life and lead a more fulfilled lifestyle. Dependent on others. Depending on others to fulfill your inner needs. No one can fulfill your inner needs. It can look as if others can, yet only you can truly fulfill your own inner needs, since you know what those truly are. Self-reliant, interdependent, combining independent and dependent behaviors in a healthy and balanced way. Being whole and your own best friend, which entails self-love and self-care. Self-critical, judging self, insecure, and playing a victim role, feeling people are doing things to you majority of the time. The behaviors are projections of what is going on inside of you. self-reliant, honoring your values and beliefs from a higher truth, transforming and releasing the dysfunctional beliefs in a loving manner rather than through judgment. Fix, change, correct others. Attempting to change or make others to be more like the way you would like them to be. This comes from a place of insecurity. Acceptance of others, allowing and accepting others and the way they choose to express their authenticity, talents, and gifts from a more loving place. Fear-driven, giving your attention to your fears, allowing them to run your life, to make your fears your enemy. Your perception is fear-based, and your reality is created from this place. Courage and strength. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear is your friend. You have courage and strength to look at what fear is showing you, to learn and grow and develop greater wisdom. Struggle and control. Not appreciating what you have and not choosing to live life fully leads to unhappiness and boredom. Attempting to force outcomes beyond the appropriate timing, as well as control situations and people so as to get what you want. Trust and allowing timing, appreciating what you have, developing wisdom, and living an adventurous lifestyle. Doing new things brings enjoyment and expansion within. You allow things to flow at the proper pace and trust in the universal timing. Passive-aggressive is a withholding, expressing, and then react the thoughts and emotions you're experiencing. Assertive is sharing your feelings and thoughts with compassion and care. Insecure deflates inner worth. Life situations are more difficult, causing struggle, where you're discounting self and expecting certain behaviors. Self-confident is strong, secure inner being, building self-esteem through pampering and nurturing yourself. Victimization is feeling helpless, out of control, and confused with unfavorable experiences, making excuses for situations and felt unjust and unkind, blaming yourself and or others for your current experience. When you're making choices and taking responsibility, you're improving experiences and situations you perceived as unfavorable from a growth perspective, which allows you to develop the wisdom to move forward in life. Blaming the past. Mind chatter, creating stories from your past memories, blaming the past for current life experiences. When you live in the moment, there's a live in the present. Observe and transform the outdated beliefs so that you can create a happier life. A deprivation focus is a limited focus, believing there is not enough. An abundant focus is unlimited potential, knowing there is plenty. Disharmony with the heart, the body, and the mind. You don't feel happy and you choose to do nothing about it. You allow the mind to focus on non-positive thinking. You do not eat healthy or as healthy as you would like. You make excuses rather than exercise. When you have harmony with your heart, your body, and mind, throughout the day you monitor what you're feeling. You choose to have inner joy. You choose to focus on positive thinking, and you eat healthy and exercise to have more vitality and well-being. Despair. You look to the outside for answers rather than going within. This can stem from past mistakes perceived as failures. As a result, you feel unsure of what steps to take and fearful of repeating the same painful experiences, leading to feelings of despair and self-doubt. With hope, faith, and trust, you go within for answers, trusting that past mistakes help you to learn and grow, thereby preventing you from repeating the same mistakes. You take responsibility for your choices and actions, and you trust your inner guidance, thereby making more effective decisions. When you worry, you're caught up in unhappiness, blaming, and playing victim. When you're concerned, you comfort your emotions and choose to be happy. With love-hate relationships, they are based on part of you not accepting a part of yourself. You thereby attract that part you don't like. Whereas with unconditionally loving relationships, there's more of a sharing that's fully from the heart without expecting any return, open to receiving, knowing you deserve it. Paranoia and mistrust. You feel insecure, mistrust and suspicious towards others' actions and their behaviors. Personalizing others' behaviors from a self-absorbed victim mentality. You feel you have to isolate and hide or protect yourself so that they don't hurt you. With cautious and self-trust, there's a trust your inner self for what is best in your current life situation. You stay open to suggestions others give you and your inner guidance. When making decisions, you come from a place of self-love and trusting the universe. Overly critical involves judging others, labeling their beliefs as good, bad, right, or wrong based on your beliefs, which are righteous behaviors. Whereas when you're accepting and complimentary, there's nurturing and supportive, accepting of others' beliefs, knowing you don't have to take them on as your own. Powerless words, constraint beliefs, verbalized in your vocabulary, projecting lack of self-belief. And power words, confident beliefs, verbalized in your vocabulary, projecting high self-belief. When you personalize, you give your power away to others by allowing their critical words or unkind behaviors to affect you uncomfortably. You're self-absorbed, where you focus more on what others are doing to you. When you're secure with yourself, you observe others' behaviors subjectively. You question others' behavior for clarity. Reclaim self-love and inner peace by setting boundaries and taking a break from others when necessary. When you have unrealistic expectations that stems from your upbringing and belief systems, these expectations can come across as controlling and manipulative behaviors. Expectations lead to disappointment with the experience and or person you have them with. Whereas you're anticipating, there's more freedom to be authentic when you take responsibility for your life, allowing others to take responsibility for their choices they make and their life. Choosing teamwork with behavior issues. Failing mentality. You look at every experience from the past, bringing past experiences into the present, choosing to believe it will repeat and you won't succeed. You tend to procrastinate or even quit. When you have a mistake mentality, you look at the experience from the present, knowing that this is a new opportunity to learn and grow and develop more skills from the experience. It is another chance to do it differently and improve on it. Conditional, giving with an expectation of return, puts a barrier on the receiving and the giving. It leads to expecting certain behaviors from others based on how each defines it. This causes relationship conflicts. Unconditional is sharing from a place of whole, complete love. Relationships learn, grow, and mature in love and depth as you allow and accept. You are not looking for anything in return when you share. Dependent and independent. Independent behaves like they don't need anyone. Dependent behaves in a more needy. Both create isolation and a form of separation. The independent does many things by themselves. The dependent clings on to others more and times pushing them away. When you're interdependent, you go within first to fulfill your inner needs of love, joy, peace, security, and creates emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual harmony. Having interdependent relationships starts within, providing for whole, healthy, fulfilling interactions. Murphy's Law. Believe that if anything's going to go wrong, it will, and it won't be any fun. There is lots of blaming going on with yourself and possibly with others. Lots of insecurities and fears and complaining, feeling helpless about what to do to improve it, attempting to control some outcome. With serendipity, there's a belief that everything has a positive outcome. You choose to accept each situation and the people involved for what it is and what it's not. Knowing that when to surrender to God, the universe, and when to be proactive in order to learn, to grow, and acquire wisdom from the lessons. Allow the outcome. A problem-focused experience is obstacles from a complaining mentality. You're caught up in the emotions, blaming from a victim mentality. You find fault and take little or no action to improve on this situation. When you have a challenge focus, you experience obstacles from a solution-based mentality, comforting emotions free of allowing them to run your life in a negative manner, choosing to take action to improve on the situation. Caretaker and overplease, taking on others' problems, discounting your own needs, and focusing on correcting, fixing, or changing others. With supportive, you empathize, accept, and offer suggestions, allowing others to make their own decisions, a more playful attitude. Self-absorbed, putting yourself ahead of others without considering the other person, their well-being, or God, causing more struggle. With self-care, there's nurturing oneself and caring for all living things, including the environment, as you contribute through recycling. Outdated beliefs that are no longer serve your life. These outdated beliefs create conflict and a separation from your inner spirit and God created by a human control. When you give your power to these outdated beliefs, they cause confusion from their separateness and disconnection, conflicts and struggle. The human ego goes into a fight, flight, and protect mode. Thereby, they feed the 8 common distractions, such as self-doubt, problem-focused negativity, powerless words, limitations, fears, judging, and time wasters, causing confusion and pain. They create emotional weakness, which comes in the form of prejudice, hate, abuse, disrespect, control, ignorance, and judgment. They challenge your inner strength. When you're committed to peacefully and lovingly transforming them, they provide greater learning, growth, and wisdom. This frees you from their chains that binds you, experiencing peace and joy. Beliefs that are more in alignment with your spirit being provide a deeper connection to the universe, God. These beliefs create emotional strength, defined as genuine, unconditional love, a form of divinity. Those who exemplify emotional strength demonstrate genuineness and inner fulfillment. There is a sense of inner peace, care, compassion, and acceptance for all living things. This genuine, peaceful expression is shown in their words, their body language, and their whole being. Life flows with greater ease and comfort, moving through lessons in a smoother fashion. You experience inner peace, joy, unconditional love, vitality, well-being, and greater prosperity. To purchase the remainder of this ebook, please go to angelroselove.wix.com/love and then click on the product tab, or highlight this link and copy paste it and go right to the website. That's Angel, ANGELROSELOVE.wix.com/love and click on the product tab, or highlight this link and copy paste it and put it into the subject, and it'll bring you right to the website. Peace and blessings, and I hope you enjoyed this chapter.